CAP advisors, I wanted to first of all let you know what we sent to our rising 7th graders, our current 6th graders, because that is going to be the majority of the people that we see during CAP on March the 5th. So we sent them a sheet just like this one that gave them an overview of how they made the transition from middle school to junior high. And the first part is CAP, and that's this phase 1, and that's course requests, and gave them some information there. CAP is on Thursday, March the 5th from 4 to 7, and make sure you block that off. And then we told them about middle school orientation, locker day, open house. We gave them information on their required immunizations. Then we gave them a list of all the courses and their course descriptions. And then finally we gave them information on choir auditions that will be held on March 5th, which is CAP. It will be held during CAP in the choir room with Miss Odell. And we gave them information on how they can get more information about cross country, and there will be a drop-in informational get-together in the library on CAP night as well. So that is the information that we sent to rising 7th grade students. So just as an advisor checklist here, what you need to do before you advise, the first step is to know what you're actually assigned to do during CAP. So if you are Heather Crumpler, you are an advisor, you're going to be working from 4 to 7 that evening, and Heather, your break is from 5 to 5:20. PTO will be providing dinner that evening, so you'll want to make sure you know when you work, when you break, what you're doing. The other option is from 3:30 to 6:30, and those teachers should be teachers that have an 8th period prep. If you do not have 8th period prep and you're assigned to 3:30 to 6:30 time, please let me know so I can make adjustments. So that is your first step in advising. Your second step is to read through the course descriptions, the Wildcat Way packet that we just showed you, and the course request sheet. We want you to be able to answer questions. That's the biggest thing. People are coming to CAP because they have questions and they don't understand and they need a little bit more information. So it's important that you have the answers. What is GTT design and modeling? Am I going to be creating fashions and modeling it for other people? Well, by golly, no, you're not going to do that. And here, let me tell you what it is. You don't have to memorize everything, but at least know where you can get the answers. Where can you find the answers to that kind of information? Also, you're going to be comfortable with entering course requests into eSchool. I'll do an additional video for that. It's super easy, and you will know how to do it lickety-split when we're finished. On the day of CAP, you are going to check your table for these items. The two that I want to highlight for you are the red fire drill card. Please bring that from your class so that you can hold it up in the air if you have questions, and somebody can come over and help you if you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't answer that question. Somebody will be there to help you that will be able to answer. And then also your charged laptop. You'll need to bring that with you as well. We will have extension cords, but fully charged when you come. Last step on the evening of is to get in line in front of the little theater big curtain there and wait for a family to advise. And so our first step in actual advising is to welcome the family. You are Purple Barney happy. Doesn't that sound perfect? You're going to shake their hand, you're going to thank them for coming, make good eye contact, just be really pleasant. And you are going to either take the course request sheet that the greeter gives you, or you're going to take the course request sheet that they brought with them. One of the two. And you'll take that with you to your table, and you will escort them to your table that you have staked out in the cafeteria. The second step is to check contact information in eSchool on the student summary page, and I'll show you how to do that later in the next video. And if it's wrong, you're going to have them fill out a little form that will be on your table. You have to do nothing else. They just fill out the form and you leave it on your table, and we will take it from there and make the changes here in the office. Third step is to make sure that the SmartCore form is signed on the back of the choice sheet. Every choice sheet that you have has a SmartCore portion on the back, and you will want to familiarize yourself with this information. And if you are an overachiever, you will want to view the video that I made, and so you can know exactly how to answer any questions about SmartCore. And they will either have signed it physically or digitally if they completed this at home through the physical or the fillable form. Okay? So your next step is to enter the 4 core classes. Here's what I want you to make sure and remind those parents, that the final placement for those core classes will be, yes, based on their choice, but it'll also be based on their grades and any test score data, MAPS data, anything that we can get our hands on to help place those students appropriately. We are not gathering course recommendations from the middle schools this year, but we do have those on our current 7th graders, so that is also a factor. We didn't have time to get the middle school teachers, especially with all the PARCC testing. It just it seemed a little overwhelming for them, so we let them off the hook this year. So just make sure that they understand that final placement is based on more than just their choice. And also note right here that there are a couple of course codes that on the forms are incorrect. If you put those in, you're going to get an error message, and you'll just have to refer back to this sheet that has the correct information. Your 5th step is to enter the required classes. Seminar is not listed here, but it is mass entered for every single one of our students, so you don't have to worry about seminar. 7th graders are required to take PE, health, and keyboarding. There is a possibility that keyboarding will be offered over the summer at Bentonville High School, and they could actually pay for that course like a summer school class. And hopefully we'll have information on that by the time CAP rolls around, and if that's the case, we will make that change to their course requests after we receive documentation that they passed that class. For 8th grade, they have to have PE health and career development, and they have to have keyboarding if they did not take it in 7th grade. So then step 6 is to enter the elective classes. Notice once again that we have a code change for the Intro to Spanish Language and Culture class. That is the correct code that we need to be entered. So for 7th grade, because they're double blocked in English and in math, they really only have, and they have to take PE and keyboarding, they really only have one full elective available to them, 2 semesters, 1 full year. And at least half of that has to be a fine arts class. So here are the 2 basic options for a 7th grader coming up. They can take a semester-long fine arts course like drama or art, and then take an additional elective, family consumer science or gateway to technology, and that will be it for them. Or they can take a full year of a fine arts class like band, orchestra, choir. If they choose that, then they're pretty much done. We still want them to rank the top 6 so that if something does go wrong with their choice, that we have some options to look at for that particular student. And 8th grade, they have a whole lot more wiggle room since they're not double blocked. If they choose not to take a full year of a fine art, or if they've already had keyboarding, they could have up to 5.5 choices, and that's 5.5 semesters, so 5.5 semester classes. Up to that many different choices that they put in for their electives. So a lot more freedom in the 8th grade. So the 7th step is to make sure that there are 8 complete classes for both semesters. If you look at the course selection sheet at the bottom, it says for school use only, and I want you to go ahead and block out the fact that that says English. I can't do anything about it now, English is a new language, I just came up with it. But they're going to have an English class, a math class, a science class, and a geography class. Obviously, this is for our 6th graders, our rising 7th. They're going to have that keyboarding class, a PE class, and then here is what you would need to fill in. What's their fine art elective, and then what is their either the completion of their fine art or another regular elective. So that would be right here, band, or that would be art, family consumer science, or that would be intro to drama and GTT, gateway to technology, auto and robotics. And then you just do the same thing for the alternates. They can either be full year or half year in each of those, and that will help guide you to make sure that they have a full schedule. And I'll make one of those up for 8th grade as well. Next step is to enter all those alternates based upon the ranking of their choices on their sheet. Then the next thing is to inform parents that they are going to receive a course request verification form soon. Don't have a specific date for that, but if they already know how to check grades in Home Access Center, then they can access that information the moment you hit save in the computer, and they can just click on the word schedule in Home Access Center, and that will show them their current schedule this year, and that will also show them their course requests. So you can inform them of that. The 10th step is to give the family the Wildcat Way packet if they need one. I don't think very many will need one because they're getting it in their Tuesday folders. Next step is to give parents the CAP evaluation form. Please encourage them to fill it out so that we can get some feedback on what we can do better and what we did right. You're going to invite them to tour the building if they would like to. You're going to let them know that there are refreshments over in the area by the cafeteria doors. We're going to kind of shift our tables a little bit and put the hospitality area that way. What I'd like you to do is I would like you to physically escort them to your table after you greet them, and then you are going to physically get up and physically escort them over toward the hospitality area and kind of say thank you very much, shake hands, it was great to meet you, looking forward to next year. If you want to walk up this ramp right here, you can check out the library, you can get information on clubs, just kind of give them a heads up as to what they can do. And once again, Purple Barney happy, flight attendant happy, thank you, bye-bye, thank you. And that is pretty much advising in a nutshell, and I will give you specific details on how to enter course requests in the next video.